Diablo 3 from Blizzard Entertainment had a pretty poor launch on PC. In fact, many gamers were disappointed or even furious as Blizzard had released a game that couldn't even be played at launch. And then once they had played it, gamers were even more angry as it didn't deliver to their expectations. The game was plagued with issues, such as the infamous error messages, always online, and the online auction house. However, Diablo 3 has finally come to console, so how does it hold up to its PC counterpart?
Across the fields of eternity.
If you've never even heard of Diablo 3 before, don't worry. It's just a dungeon crawling game based on defeating numerous enemies, leveling up your character and finding precious loot, where you spend around 10 minutes deciding how to optimise that warrior for combat. There are 5 classes to choose from. There's the Barbarian, which specialises in beating things to death, the Demon Hunter, who dual wields bows, the Monk that uses spirit energy, the Witch Doctor that can summon the undead to fight for him, and the Wizard, who, believe it or not, he uses magic. The gameplay is pretty simple. You go from place to place, kill everything, level up and find decent equipment, and then beating the campaign and going on to the next difficulty. That's pretty much it, but it's strangely addictive and provides a decent challenge. The main issue with Diablo 3 is its story. It's pretty bad. Actually, it's forgettable and it doesn't even draw you in the slightest. Much of the game's lore is told through audiobooks you find, the rest are through terrible in-game cutscenes, and then you do have a treat from time to time where you see a very nice CGI cutscene. However, after one playthrough, you'll be skipping most of the dialogue and cutscenes just to get on with it.
Nephilim fool.
The voice acting is pretty good though, especially from the supporting characters like the Templar or the Scoundrel, who are companion characters that help you during the campaign. They can also be customised, but only up to an extent, as only their weapons can be changed and certain attachments can be equipped. They also come with various unique abilities that can be used to assist you in battle. Some of them are very helpful, others not so quite. So, those that have played the PC versions may be wondering what the console version is like. Is it any better? Well, I can give you a clear answer. It is vastly superior to the PC version. Now, the visuals might not be up to PC standards, but that's about it. There's been many improvements to the console version. In fact, it's a pretty damn good port. Here is the list of changes. There's a new interface and dynamic camera, direct character control using a console controller, that's a given, 4-player multiplayer including local co-op, combat moves such as evade and fast equip using the D-pad, no online auction house, better loot drops, battle.net's not needed, and finally, Diablo 3 can be played without an internet connection. Now why couldn't they have done that in the first place? Not only that, but the controls have been mapped to controllers perfectly. It feels right and handles much better than a mouse and keyboard. Diablo 3 is a fantastic port to console, however, for the full retail price of £40, I don't think there's enough content in the game to really warrant its price tag, especially after it's been released after several months. There hasn't been any extra bonus content added other than the minor changes. Yes, there might be difficulties to play through and there's PvP matches, but Diablo 3 really could have done with something we haven't already seen before. An infinite horde mode would be perfect for this game, especially on console. Whether or not we'll actually see a horde mode on Diablo 3 is another thing, but it would make a nice addition. Now it has to be said, Diablo 3 might not be for everyone. It's slow to get into, but once you do get into it, it's hard to put down. Once you start unlocking some powerful abilities, you just keep on playing. However, it does get repetitive, and some abilities that you do unlock are useless. Sometimes you'll just get rubbish loot too, and some people will get sick and tired after a few hours of doing the same thing over and over. However, Diablo really could have done with some bonus extras. A better story would have been nice, however, it has had some decent changes from the PC version, and it's certainly better for it. Furthermore, Diablo 3 also has a release for PlayStation 4, but there's no details on how it would differ from the current console versions other than having better graphics. Diablo is certainly worth playing. It's one of those games that will eat up your time, as you could spend several hours playing it in a sitting, and it'll probably keep you occupied until next gen comes along. You can pick up Diablo 3 now for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. For more news and reviews, head over to Central Gamer.
Ravaging this world and all hope of resistance. My minions will find the stone. Wherever you choose to hide it. Then, at long last, Osmodan shall reign as the prime